Next up in socialization are churches. Let's talk about the role of religion. The influence of church and religion in general in one's political socialization varies a great deal from individual to individual. For some people, religion plays a key, defining role in the development of their political beliefs. For others, it is irrelevant. For many years, political scientists have examined the effect that religious affiliation, whether one is Catholic or Jewish, Protestant or Muslim, has on political preferences. For example, religion is related to how people view various issues, especially the issue of abortion. But more recently, analysis shows that a better predictor of the impact of religion on voting is not so much the religion in individual practices, but how regularly he or she practices it. In general, it seems that those who regularly attend religious services are more likely to share conservative values and support Republican candidates in general elections. That's referred to as religiosity. So if you have a high level of religiosity, you are more likely to vote. For example, in the 2012 presidential election, very religious voters, so people that have high religiosity, supported Republican Mitt Romney over Barack Obama 54 to 37. But the non-religious supported Obama over Romney 61 to 30. Research also shows that this relationship between frequency of church attendance and identification with the Republican Party is particularly strong among white Protestant, but less so among Catholics, who are generally more Democratic, and among African Americans. African American voters are even more likely than Catholics to vote for a Democratic candidate, but are also likely to have high levels of religiosity, as measured by frequency of attending services. So if we looked at this breakdown in party affiliation by religiosity, we can see that the results are based on respondents' assessment of the importance of religion in their lives and their frequency of church attendance. Note that in this figure, a large proportion of highly religious people, 41% of Americans, are Republicans or lean Republican in voting. Among moderately religious Americans, 29% of Americans, Democrats held sway with the 45% leaning Democrats and 37% leaning Republicans. Among the non-religious, 30% of the U.S. population, a majority, 54%, identified themselves as Democratic leaners, while only 29% of the non-religious identify as leaning Republican. Though there is a strong link between religiosity and political party, the differences between the proclivities of religious and non-religious voters are applicable only to white voters. African Americans are likely to be Democrats no matter how religious they are. And although religious Latinos are more likely to be Republican, by and large, majorities of Latinos identify as Democrats. Nonetheless, the relationship between religiosity and party identification is an important factor in American politics, particularly to the extent that religiosity shapes political views on social issues, abortion or gay marriage, for example, and renders them moral imperatives for voters rather than mere opinions.